Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, TechBigTube. I'm Isaiah and today we're going over every major Gen 10 leak that's essentially confirmed. We do have information on Gen 10 thanks to the teraleak, even though Game Freak hasn't publicly announced the games yet. We do know that the codename for the games is codenamed Gaia, and it was being developed in 2021 originally for the original Nintendo Switch. And the leaked name is Wind and Wave. However, we do know that about a 99% chance that this game is going to turn out to be a Switch 2 exclusive, as plans do change over time. This game was supposed to launch in 2025 this year, with ZA being last year, but due to the delay, I do believe they put more effort in, or at least plan to put more effort and want to perfect the game to perform well on Switch 2 hardware. So this will be the first mainline Pokemon game to be exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2, unlike ZA, which was playable on Switch 1 and 2. The next major leak we got is from Central Leaks, which is leaking the region, which we know will be in Southeast Asia with tropical islands. And as you can see on screen, you'll see little mini islands everywhere. I'm not sure how big of a role in the story this will play, but I do think a region in Southeast Asia will be very interesting. Another rumor says that'll be a two-part region, one land heavy and one ocean heavy, connecting wind and wave. Now I kind of wanted to go back, just look at the screenshot here. You can kind of see this is obviously just a tech demo, kind of, where they're taking assets from previous games and kind of using it to test out a newer game, but it does look pretty open world. So I do believe that we will continue and we'll be able to see with the new Switch 2 hardware a much more open world Pokemon game with big zones, a lot more probably like Legends Arceus than it was, or even Scarlet Violet than ZA. I think we will be seeing a really big open world for this game, which I'm very excited to play. Now for the next major thing would be mechanics. I am kind of interested in this one because I don't really know how I feel yet, but we are going back to turn-based systems rather than Pokemon Legends ZA way of the real-time combat system. I do feel like this game will be kind of set in stone the future for Pokemon. Not saying that it will be turn-based, but I do think the feedback on this game and ZA will, determine whether Gen 11 will have a turn-based combat system, because right now I think it's a little too early for Game Freak to have, decided from feedback. But because this game started development in 2021, I think that's why we're going back to turn-based systems. Now, the next bit that I wanted to share was a leaked image of what, a prototype version of Gaia's Pikachu looks like compared to the ZA Pikachu. And you can see that Pikachu obviously looks a lot skinnier. We went from the fat Pikachu in Gen 1 and he kind of, slimmed up, but now he's looking a little more round. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. Do you like the new Pikachu design? Do you not? I actually kind of like it myself, but I am curious how other people feel about that. Now, this is probably the part that I'm most excited for, coming from Deck Wizard, is that we have the game being an MMO-like RPG where we can interact with others, and it's supposed to be very online multiplayer focused. So whether that's just a mode or you hop on the game and you can see other people, I don't know, but I'm very excited to see what Game Freak's planning with that in the coming future. I may do another video on this, but there is other games leaked for the first 4 regions, the Japanese ones, Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh. They're all supposed to get their own MMORPGs on the Switch 2 eventually, in maybe 2028, I believe. Like I said, that might be another video. Let me know if you want to see videos on that. The last little bit that I'm going to cover just in this video will be transportation. As you can see on screen from Centro Leaks, we will be able to travel using some kind of Rotom scooter, similar to how in Sword and Shield you had the bike that you could travel with. Originally, it was planned that all Pokemon would be rideable, but apparently the goals of the game are a little too ambitious for Game Freak, so certain things had to get cut out, like automatically generating islands and stuff like that. Again, let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see a video going over rumors. These are leaks that we pretty much know are true, but there's a lot more information out there that I could do and make videos on and cover. So just let me know. Let me know your opinions in the comment below. And if you made it this far, comment, do you think Gen 10 is better on Switch 2 exclusive, or do you wish it was also coming on Switch 1? I really want to know your opinion on that. For me, I'm glad it's going to be Switch 2 only, especially with it releasing next year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.